Welcome back to Love, Sex, and Money. It's Christine Regan Lake. Nice to be here again. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to do that. I'm trying to get my message out to those who want and need to hear it. And if you haven't hit the bell button, hit the bell so that you're notified when I upload new content, because I'm always uploading new videos that I think might be of value to people. Okay, so what am I going to talk about today? Today, I want to talk to you about heart orgasms. Now, I started posting them on social media several years ago, and I think, as the feedback I got from a lot of people, they thought it was just kind of like a sweet little saying, but they actually didn't realize it's an actual thing that you can actually have a heart orgasm. So what is a heart orgasm? Well, you probably know what an orgasm is, right? So a regular orgasm, well, not regular, is there ever a regular orgasm? They're all amazing, right? So, I mean, a sexual orgasm, is basically when you've had a buildup of sexual tension and all of a sudden it just kind of explodes forth with tremendous intensity and, your body is shaking and vibrating and the release is, quite massive. So it's similar to your heart, but just slightly different, right? So, a heart orgasm is when you have essentially your heart kind of essentially like your heart chakra opens up so wide and it explodes with an intensity and an emotion of just this pure unconditional love that is just pouring out of your body and out into the universe. And you can literally feel that reverberation of unconditional love reverberating all through the cells of your body. I won't get into it now, but there's also something known as a full body orgasm where you'll feel it in every part of your body, and I've had those as well, right? So how can you experience a heart orgasm, right? Well, first of all, you have to be, your body has to be open. You're going to be relaxed, and your heart chakra, you really have to clear the blockages. And I was thinking about this as I was contemplating doing this video that, like, people have heard of Marie Kondo, Marie Kondo, your house from all the clutter and basically pick up every single object in your house. And if you don't absolutely love it, then let it go. Well, it's kind of the same thing like with your body, in terms of emotional healing work and reaching a place like the highest vibration of joy and bliss and unconditional love in your physical body is you want to Marie Kondo your energy body, because the reality is most of us have a tremendous amount of emotional debris and clutter. It's low vibrating emotional resonances that have been unprocessed, where you had an incident at some point in your life that got triggered and got started, and maybe you felt angry, or maybe you felt shame, or maybe you felt rage, and that emotional experience was not able to reach a place of completion. What happens is it ends up getting stuck in the body. And the more of these things that you have, the more of these unprocessed emotions that you have stacked in the body, the more cluttered your body is. Your body isn't, it doesn't have the free flowing ability to just to move and to fully feel everything that you're feeling, because you've just got all this, baggage. It's really just clutter. It's emotional clutter, right? So you want to be feeling joy and bliss and unconditional love, and feel it in every single cell of your body, to the point that you're vibrating, and and tears. For me, it's like I will be moved to tears. I'll feel it, my entire heart or my entire body, and the unconditional love that I feel is so beautiful. It brings me to tears because it is so incredibly beautiful. The only way that I have been able to reach that point of being, one, I'm an HSP, right? Which, if you don't know what that is, that's a highly sensitive person, which means in general, we tend to feel things incredibly deeply. We have a nervous system that is hardwired to be ultra sensitive, kind of like a precision instrument for sensing emotional states around us, and we absorb everything. But what I found is that as I dove into energy work and as I started clearing my energy body and my physical body of all of these lower vibrating, unprocessed emotions, the depth of my ability to feel, that love and the passion and, the joy and just the bliss vibrating, it intensified and magnified exponentially because I had cleared out all of the debris. So, if you are seeking or desirous of having a more full throttle emotional experience in your life, where when you feel joy, it is like it's just bubbling through you, and when you're feeling passion, it's like a fire, right? In order for you to do that, in order for you to fully embody these incredibly intense emotional states, you have to clear out the clutter. But what ends up happening is most people kind of live in this middle range, right? This kind of like this middle range of never really feeling like joy, bliss, ecstasy, and never feeling like guttural, deep, dark blackness, but they're just kind of in this mid range of just kind of like numbness, where it's just nothing's too amazing, nothing's too awful, but nothing's too amazing. You're kind of like you're numbed at the top and the bottom of those peak experiences, right? But numbing is numbing, and if you want to feel love vibrating through every cell of your body, and you want to feel like the highest peaks of ecstasy and joy and bliss, you've got to declutter your body. You've got to do the energy work to clear and to remove this emotional debris and clutter. You're like a hoarder, right? You're an emotional hoarder. You've got all of these stacked negative experiences, and they're keeping you numbed out, and you don't get to live life in full color. It's like you're living in like a black and white TV show instead of a full screen 4-color vibrant HD experience. That's what happens when you cleanse and purify your physical body and your emotional body and your pain body. When you do that work, you will get to experience levels of joy and bliss and pleasure and love that you have never even conceived were possible, because you've lived most of your life kind of numbed out, where you're just kind of like just in that middle range of like gray, right? And who the hell wants to live in gray? We have one life to live, unless you believe in reincarnation, which I do. So I guess you can always come back. But like while you're at least in this one, you might as well make it a peak experience, because mediocrity is not something to be lauded. The mediocrity, this kind of mediocre, dull, gray life existence, Jesus, I don't even know how anyone gets out of bed when they live like that, right? So you deserve to have a peak experience in this life, and you deserve to feel the peak of love, the peak of passion, the peak of ecstasy, and it is within your grasp, but it does take a conscious decision. It requires you to do the work. It requires you to release all the lower vibrating unconscious shit that doesn't serve you, and to consciously choose to walk a higher path, to seek for the highest version of yourself, the highest peak experience for yourself. To be honest with you, like I have seen such a transformational experience in my own life, having lived through it, in terms of as I've walked through this journey of doing the healing work to release the, my unprocessed emotions and the stuck traumas or whatever. It is a sacred experience. And, I've had several sessions this week, where my clients were like, I feel so much, intensity. One of my clients said, she goes, I have to remind myself I'm not drowning. The feelings of joy and bliss and intensity are so intense, it's almost like I can't take it. That peak level, that's what you want. You don't want this kind of numbed, frozen, gray existence, right? So if you want to have a heart orgasm, if you want to have a full body orgasm, what is required is that you need to get conscious. You need to release the lower vibrating shit that no longer serves you, so that you can ascend to the highest version of yourself and get to enjoy the very best that love and life has to offer, emotionally, physically, spiritually, sexually, financially. All right, so that's what I wanted to share with you today. I hope you found value. Have a beautiful weekend, and If you haven't seen the video, I have a link in my description box to my fundraising link to Operation Underground Railroad. I am a abolitionist, and I'm committed to raising $1 million for Operation Underground Railroad to rescue children from human trafficking. It is the fastest growing criminal enterprise on earth, and these children need our love and leadership to be rescued. So I hope with all my heart that you feel inclined to donate. I've personally already donated $16,000 and will continue to do so as I grow my channel. Have a beautiful day, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Thanks. Bye.